So today I'm going to show you guys some easy organizing hacks, like the little cups hanging on the side of my cupboard here, because when you have a small place, you sometimes have to get fairly creative with your organizing. So in my cupboards I had a big space, so I got a scrapbook paper organizer, and it's got the little drawers, so I got my silverware in the top drawer, some utensils in the second one, and the bottom one is like rolling pins and beeswax wraps and stuff like that. And so that saves me a lot of space because I don't need to keep these in other drawers, since I don't have drawers besides. But it takes up some of the space in the big space, and I can put bigger things over on the other side. Up on the top, I had a little bit of extra space between the plates and the roof, so I hung some hooks off the piece of wood in the back and hung some cups on those so they didn't have to take up flat space. And then I've got several of these little pull-out shelves, which give you a lot of extra counter space, but since they can just slide back in, don't take up too much of your other space. My collapsible dish drainer, I absolutely love this thing because it folds up to about half the size, so I can just slide that in this tiny little space over on the side of the fridge. When I'm doing dishes, I just set it up on a chair and put a cookie sheet underneath it to catch any of the excess water, and then I just fold it up and put it away when I'm done. Above that, I hung some more hooks and hung a few more mugs because I had a lot of extra space around the fridge, but I still need to allow airflow, so good place for the mugs. On the side of the cupboard, I hang pot holders, so I don't need a drawer or anything for those. Then over on the other side, I have a movable dish towel rack, and I hang my cutting board and strainer off the side, so I'm not taking up excess room for those. This was a little lamp I found in a second-hand shop, and usually a lamp base is wasted, but in this case it's got a bunch of little drawers in it, so I use those for keeping things like elastic or pins and needles, stuff that I use in all my cosplay stuff, so it's a little bit of extra space. In my actual cupboards, I made these little cardboard dividers, and they're just pieces of cardboard that are stuck in here. They're not even glued in, they're just stuck in the drawers, and those help me keep everything separated. And it keeps stuff from moving around in the drawers, which will give you a lot more room because if everything's not moving around, it stays in its place and it gives you a lot more storage room. And I did the same thing in one of my desk drawers, except in this case I actually stuck some boxes in there to make the dividers, so everything's in its own little compartment. I had originally planned to build a storage couch, but then my aunt gave me her old one, and you don't say no to a free couch. So to compensate, I made some very short boxes, and I use those as drawers under the couch. They've got the little cardboard dividers in them as well, and they're just a little bit shorter than the space between the floor and the couch, so they slide in and out very easily. Also had some little plastic trays that are about the right height to slide under there, and I just glued black fabric across the front of all of these, and that really blends it in with the couch. Obviously the other part of the couch is purple, and this part will be eventually too, but because the black is black, it just looks like empty space under the couch, so it's not irritating at all. On the back side I didn't make them quite as neat, but got drawers on the back side as well. And so my clothes dresser, that's where I keep all my clothes. I don't have a closet, so I didn't have quite enough room for my good clothes, so I just took a cardboard box that would fit under it, stuck in a cardboard divider to keep everything in its place, stuck a little bit of scrapbooking paper on the front to make it look neater than just a cardboard box, and that just slides right under to give me the extra drawer I need so I can store all my clothes. No need for additional space. And so this is a vanity. I don't wear makeup or anything, so I don't really sit down at a vanity, so the space underneath I did not need for a chair, so instead I made a little dragon curtain here, and then that just lifts up, and I made some shelves under it to store all my books. So that's where I keep my books nice and hidden and neat. So hopefully you found a few of these organizing hacks helpful.